All right, look, Jets at Niners. This one's moving around too. A lot of lines
Yeah.
moving this morning, and this one is actually moving in an opposite direction than you and I would think. It was at 3.5. It was at 5.5 in the offseason.
Yep.
Got bet all the way down yesterday to 3.5. Some buyback today. I think because of Trent Williams is what I
Definitely.
would imagine. Um, Go ahead, give your take. I know we both agree on this game, so you sort of share with the listeners where your head is at.
Yeah, and I think listeners already know all my respect for not Puka Nakua, Trent Williams and how big of a deal he is. The books show it too. They moved the line up by a point. Like this guy's the best left tackle in football. Their line is bad without him. We already talked about it. It's like, it doesn't matter all the miracles you can run a run blocking scheme. You're going to eventually need guys to be able to go and pass pro and make blocks. And if you're losing him against teams' number one DNs, that would have been disastrous. So I'm excited for them to get the deal done. Ayuk, I'm happy they got him too, because that's a huge deal to this team. At the end of the day, you talked about Trent Williams was the guy. Like, they had to get the deal done. They needed him in the building. Is a little too late. Like, this game is in what, 5 days, 6 days? So I know they claimed he was going to be in practice. I've been checking social media since we've been here because I want to see him if he's actually out there in pads while we're doing the show, but haven't seen it yet. But that's a huge deal. Like, what has he been up to? Like, this guy who is 36 just missed all these important reps. And you go, well, he's a veteran. He probably wouldn't have been doing that many reps anyway. He's been doing mental reps. That is a big deal, him not being there. Like Nick Bosa, who we both respect, he said he didn't feel right till middle of the season. We've heard this from other guys who've sat out camp and then come back. It's just different when you've missed all those reps. So for this game, I think I still like the Jets. Like, I could easily bottom my position if I wanted to, going to the 49ers at this point. But, like, the Jets in this spot, obviously, originally I wanted to be on the 49ers. I'm not going to lie, because I just thought the Jets' love had gone too far. And I was like, this is going to be such a nice spot to buy back on this team. And I think Evan gave us that amazing stat about the Super Bowl hangover. Teams just historically struggle in this week one team from the previous year just because the expectations are that team from that Super Bowl run last year. This ain't that team. Like, even if they have a lot of the same guys back, it's so different, especially, starting a new season. They're at the bottom of the mountain right now, looking at the very top. It's like, it's totally different mentality. So I like the Jets. I like them at 4.5. Will this be one of our 5? Maybe. I don't know if I'm like that convinced, just because of the Aaron Rodgers factor, right? I think me and you are on the same page with Aaron Rodgers. It's like, I kind of want to wait and see it. Like, I wouldn't mind waiting and see it, just because the Aaron Rodgers we all know and love, I mean, we really haven't seen in 3 years. Like, the last time we saw him play for a season, he was bad. And, last year we only got 4 plays. Everything I've seen in camp, he looks smooth and looks like the old Rodgers. Like, he looks ready. I don't know if I want to make it on my 5 because of that, Chad. So I don't know where you're at with that right now, but that would be my biggest hesitation, is just Aaron Rodgers against this defense. Because I feel like we know we're going to get for the 49ers. Like, they're at minimum going to put up 20, 21 points. Can Aaron Rodgers get us that 24 points? That to me is the question.
So I agree with everything you've said. I think that if there is an advantage for the Jets, it's because Trent Williams is signing so late in camp.
Yeah.
And don't forget Brandon Ayuk signing so late in camp too. I do think that matters. And look, the Niners will get it right. We are massive Kyle Shanahan.
They're probably going to be my number one power rated team in 4 weeks.
But I think it's going to take
they're
them
unbelievable.
I think we get a little bit of value for a couple of weeks. And I think
I do too.
No, I do think I think the Jets end up making it. They've got some big balls potential. And for the second year in a row, we're going to have to go into Monday Night Football needing the freaking Jets.
And this might keep going up, though. Like, Rappaport, we just got from Tito. Rappaport just reported Trent's in practice today. So if you want to wait people,
let's wait.
See if it goes up to 5. I've already grabbed the 4.5, so I'm already invested here in the Jets. If you want to wait and see if it keeps going up, let it, because this is going to be another heavily bet team. Like, people have the same questions we do. I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers on the road in week 1 after he's not looked himself in a long time. So easily this number could keep going up.
By the way, from Evan, that stat that you just mentioned, Super Bowl hangover, the loser of the Super Bowl since 2000. In week 1, the following season, 10-14 straight up, 5-19 against the spread,
5-19.
5-19, 4-9 against the spread when they are favored by over a field goal. So the Niners, it's not a great trend for the Niners, which is why I feel a little bit take Aaron Rodgers and the Jets and our history with the Jets and needing the Jets last year to save our opening week. In isolation, this is a spot where you back the Jets.
I love that still in your mind, though. You're still thinking about that last Monday with Zach Wilson.
Dude,
that's hilarious.
I can remember having lunch with a buddy who worked at WWE, and he was leaving Stamford to go back to LA, and he and I had lunch that Monday. And I had to drive down to Stamford, which is about 90 minutes from my house. And all I'm thinking about is that we went 1-3 in the opening week, and I'm feeling sick to my stomach, even though Action had its greatest opening weekend for NFL across every platform ever. And then I got to drive back, and I'm listening to Evan and Gilles Gallant on the wrap-up pod for Monday, and I'm trying to get my head in the game, and all I'm thinking is we need the Jets, and then Aaron Rodgers goes down, and like I wanted to crawl into a hole. But you know what? It all worked out.
You trust them. That's why you trust the numbers, brother.
Trust the numbers.